Happy scenes, of course. Anyway, from the amateurs to the pros. In the meantime, Donald Mukondelela has been replaced by John Chuene. The first sub for coach Machete Moloto. And we are for a second 45 that promises so much. Alongside me, I am, of course, with Tawo September. You see, lovely turn from Asanda Tiani. Tawo, quick one from your side. What do you think of the coaches would have said to their two respective teams?
Definitely, Coach Moloto is the one, of course, that needs his charges to be fired up for the second half, and the changes have already started with Donald coming out, and he should have said, of course, he must have said to John Chune that go there, make a difference.
From a Chiefs perspective, he had to make a sub entering the second 45. They do have the likes of 21-year-old Yusuf Bunting if they need a bit more pace. Not that they need it, given the players on show, or the skill set of the players that they have. Bongani Mapena is also on the bench if need be. Interesting just to note some of your comments on various social media platforms. At B Mataila says, is it hot in Seshiko? I'm watching all the way from Josie Maboneng and I miss home already. Hashtag Asiglali. I'm lucky, my friend, that you weren't around these parts, because I can tell you it's always best when you're at the stadium rather than sitting in a lavish comfort built living room, would figure.
Yeah, he missed out. You saw the fan there winning and exploring.
Yeah.
He missed out by sitting on the couch at home. Definitely. We're enjoying here. It's hot.
Kudu kudu. Kudu kudu tate. Not bad, you're getting better. Ishongo looks for the pace of Detroit Sampiani. Talking about, I want to get your thoughts on the sub that coach Machete made. Donna Mukondelela, it was okay. Put in a decent performance. Was starting to trouble. All right back, Ria Lukota, who was bombing forward so often. But he was hauled off at the halftime break. Oh, now Chiefs are in again. It's that man, Asanda Tiani. Confusion at the back, and Chiefs pounce just like that. That's that shit. Shut up! Boy, oh boy, Chiefs are taking this game by the scruff of the neck.
This is what the fans came to see, Tema. See the celebration there. It's all fun.
And as Donna Yasekapolo Tumo, Asanda Tiani, who's getting jiggy with it. As I mentioned earlier, his favorite series is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Hope you caught that reference, to make it 3 goals for the season for the 19-year-old. This is how Chiefs dismantled the Polokwane City defense. Chopani turning from goal scorer to goal provider, toe poke, bottom corner.
And at this level again, they show you that you make a mistake. MDC, they punish you.
What I liked about that finish on his weaker left foot, didn't have much time to think about it, but instinctive finish from the 19-year-old striker makes it 3 for the season. That pace really is troubling Polokwane City. It's confirmation. Chopani turned goal scorer or goal provider before Asanda Tiani, who nestled it in the bottom corner to give Chiefs a 2-goal lead. Brandon Peterson getting his feet muddled up there. Now what can Polokwane City master up in front of the home team? Nice purposeful run from the Kangunobo. Goal scorer Gianni drops his shoulder, beats his man, says hello from the other side. Now it's the new man, John Chuene, who's going to be looking to pull the strings. Any player that dons the number 10 jersey, you think is one of the puppet masters in any team. We shall see if he'll have that impact as a sub. give it over to Vilagazi. He finds that man trainer who's a busybody in the opening few minutes since his introduction. Well, if something that Machete Moloto did hammer home, we'll mention about the bombarding runs that right back Ria Lukota has or continued to make in the first half. I wonder if it got in the ear of the likes of Mpian, and he said exploit that, the space that he leaves behind.
Yeah, I think that's what the coach said, because there's always space behind them, and that's where they want to head.
At D_Neo Lorraine says she absolutely loved that celebration to make it 2 for Amakosi, clearly an Amakosi fan. I'm sure the fans will be quite pleased with the proceedings here, given the senior side couldn't get all 3 points yesterday. And the big kickoff, late night kickoff between Masandawana and Amakosi. The call is Mshini. Shincho Chenchayo does exactly that, changes the angle of attack. They get it back to the goal scorer Tiani, thinks about it for too long, giving skipper Nicholas Motoong an opportunity to bite back. Now it's Nwabo up against Moses. Momentarily stopped, but they lose the ball so cheaply to Polokwane City. It was a good chance to test Chiefs' defense. Look how deep Gosinyi Nwabo has come to pull the strings. Oh, lovely footwork there. Looks like Sipontientia is slightly altered his position, or it's been slightly tweaked a bit. It was a clever feat from a youngster there. It was a shot a few moments ago. Katlaron Sabeleng. Nwabo with a toe poke. Polokwane City on the move. Quickly snuffed out though by Tabo Mokwena. Gets a little earful there from the players that get up, mate. Now, Kululeko Slovo, the man we hyped up so much, out of the game, lasted off for 52 minutes. Praised by Emmanuel Malebane. Like for like sub for Machete. Helping coach Machete Moloto. Ronnie perhaps will provide something different, a bit more pace about Emmanuel Malebane. Nice neat turn. Polokwane City looking to punch holes in this Chiefs defense. Sipon Tia there to save the day. Corner though. Looks like he's reverted back to his preferred position, left back. Sipon Tia. Keep an eye out for his positioning throughout the rest of the remainder of the second half. Now 6 Polokwane players in the box. Can they fade one of them? They nearly do. Just over his head. Lawrence Velagazi gets the second ball. Nisiba Ungu looks to cut in. They give it over to Chingi. He finds no one in particular. Now, gaps open up for Abafana Boktula Nokolo. Itumela Shopani opens up his legs. 20-year-old already. It's been a major thorn in the side of Rise and Shine's defense. Nwabo, influence on the game is starting to increase more and more now. Clearly a mandate from coach 10-1-1 to get him on the ball more often. Yeah, that pass was too cast by the ghost from Lawrence Vilagazi.
That's been the problem with Polokwane City. Yep. They lose the ball cheaply, and Chiefs take advantage of that. They are in control. That's why you see Ngobo becoming more influential in the midfield.
Yep. Now, Piani, Ferrari going through the gears. Looks to give it over to the Kang Ngobo, whose run was ill-timed. Interesting tweet from the man we mentioned, who's sitting in his living room at B. Mataila says at least one guy won himself an Explorer in Limpopo. So I saw guys fail to put the ball at the back of the net in Gauteng 2 weeks ago.
There's talent, definitely.
It was a great finish from the fan there. Now, Ria Lekota back on his bike, back on his 925, continuing the theme of playing as a right winger. Switch it over to Sipon TNT, a great chest worker from the former SuperSport United product. Tiani battles away for a small man, really does have a lot of heart. TNT takes a tumble. What does Refu Mukau say? So stop taking a dive. There are no pools in sight, my son. Here's a yellow for you in Anansi Into. So doing Sipon TNT. And from Bizana becomes the first Chiefs player to go in the book. It was a definite time. There's no contact whatsoever. Okay, Bashira was named after former Chiefs fullback Onismo Bashira.
Yeah, that's what we used to call him at SuperSport. Bashira. He's got that Bashira look.
Yeah,
with him.
Even the build, yeah.
Yeah. He's a strong man. He's small but in stature, but he's strong in terms of tackling.
Hello, options for Coach Machete. The likes of Ramtapa, as well as Tateni. He's already made the two subs as a shot comes in. Side of the foot there, skewed off his right boot. Bantu Chingi.
You saw what he was trying to do.
Yep.
Trying to hit it with his laces so that it can curve away from the keeper.
Nicely won by Polokwane City, and unfortunately yet again just an errant pass. It sees that move fizzle out. Athazwan in the meantime has just summoned the use of bunting to go warm up. Here's Tentopo one, telling his striker to just get his blood pumping and get himself pumping and ready to go. Bongani Mapena, another name that may pop up sooner rather than later. Mukoi Sitole, therefore, midfield role as well.
That must be because of Chopin being on the floor. That's why Bant is getting up and going on a warm-up there.
Itumeleng Chopin, the goal scorer, they won't want to lose him. His influence on this game has been quite evident to see. Had himself a goal in the 13th minute and also an assist in the second start of the second half. I think it landed awkwardly. Just overextended his left foot by the looks of it. He was clutching his right.
You see there, Semenya,
Yep.
one of the senior players of Polokwane City. They all came to support.
Looking quite swagged out, I must say.
Yeah, I know Touch loves his clothes, eh?
Clearly.
Always on point.
The man who's come on is McCoy Sitole. course, Itola just coming on for Asanda Tiane. Another sub about to enter the fray, Yusuf Banting. I think most likely to replace Itumeleng Shopani, who's hobbling quite close to our commentary box here where Chiefs' technical area is. Unfortunate really for the 20-year-old. Really has acquitted himself. Looks as if Shopani's ran his race. Yusuf Banting about to come on for him. Nice confirmation of the score. Shopani starting the scoring, also creating goal-scoring opportunity for Asanda Tiane, who buried it with a plum. Indeed, there is confirmation. It's one man from Taung to another man from Potchefstroom.
Yeah, Pan today is going to give them another problem. Nicholas and Co there at the back for Polokwane City. Now he's going to make those runs that he likes behind them. And that's a different attack.
If they were thinking that they've done away with Chopani's pace, well, I'll tell you something, Yusuf Banting can motor.
Yeah.
His mom, incidentally, was a former sprinter herself.
I can tell. Pante, quick off the mark. Got those genes.
Yep. Struggled though with injuries. I think that's curtailed his progress and achieves his rank. Really at a stop-start affair the last 2 years or so. Hopefully for his sake, be able to remain fit and healthy and able to show his obvious talent. I'm hoping they're using that hashtag Asigale. Barasashikhu Busikhu Hubusi. Tiberi, is that a quiet game? The midfield's quietly gone about his business. Normally you tend to notice his involvement or his hand and all things moving forward for Chiefs. I think that burden has fallen on the shoulders of the young Kosinyipile Ngobo.
Yeah, you know, he's always busy, Tiberi on the midfield, but today he's been quiet, controlling himself. I think it's also the heat as well. Just controlling himself, letting Ngobo do all the running.
If things stand, will end as is. Chiefs will get the 3 points and move into 8th position. And ensure that they prop up the log while for Polokwane City, though, we would stay in 9th. Interestingly, I've been keeping a close eye on the transfer market and which players are going where. There was being talk, there was a story that popped up about Chief doing a bit of business with Downs. Of course, Leonardo Castro having swapped Klorkop for Nechorena. Moves between the two clubs are not necessarily unheard of, as for many years players have moved between the two clubs. Influential players such as Jose Torreal, but remember him, Ramakan Pakela more recently, one Josta Gale and Fabian McCarthy. Punch Masanamela, you can add him to that list as well.
Yeah, Punch. Remember, I don't know when, but Chiefs and Sundowns, they don't normally do this. But yeah, it's good to see though, players going to a big team to another big team. South African football.
Yeah, it's been one of the most, I think, enthralling from a fan's perspective January transfer windows in a recent time. Big money moves with the likes of Jeremy Brocky swapping SuperSport United, the old team, for the riches and potential glory of Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yep.
Looks of Nchanga and Castro looking to add more ammunition to Steve Compella's squad. Pirates talk, they want to take Kamapili out of Sundowns. See if that is going to develop. It'll be a major coup for Takachuchu. Bongani Isaac Mabena meeting on the wings and ready to come on. He's to replace Dikang Nobo. So both strikers who started the game off have been replaced by two different players. Malebane one, and Ramatapa comes on for Nobo. Bena's Sabra has to wait for now. Ramatapa and Malebane now the new dual striking force for Polokwane City as Chief try forward. Purposeful looking run. And from right back, Rialo Kota really has troubled and pinned Polokwane City's defense back. Bit of a caucus between two players, Malebane and Sibangu, having words with each other. In the meantime, Nicholas Motron gingerly making his way back to his feet.
Yeah, Nicholas has had a busy afternoon, and he's done well so far in the game.
Silipilo Ngobo finds the run of Lekota, who has to arch his back to get the ball back. Yusuf Bunting with an air shot though. Not the greatest of first contributions from Bunting. Chiefs' defense has been comfortable in this particular fixture. Tabo, I think something that will disappoint the home faithful as well as most likely irk Machete Moloto, the coach of Polokwane City, that they haven't been able to consistently put the likes of Tristan Moses, Chabulo Plom, rampaging Rialo Kotsa and Thabo Mokoena under consistent pressure.
Yeah, Chiefs' defense haven't looked like they're going to concede or lose concentration or any time.
Now it's gifted, given Tiberi. Gives it over to now senior player Siponti Antia. It's the new man, Malebane. Looking to open up this tough Chiefs defense. On the edge of the box for Polokwane City. I say tough with inverted commas, given the fact that Chiefs have one of the worst defenses in the league, 22 goals. Well, Polokwane City now out and out the league's worst league record on 25 goals now. No one has conceded more, leaked in more goals than Rise and Shine. Lovely footwork there from the young Chabulo Plom. That was Thabo Mokoena rather. Samashilo Langa. Watching the skipper Nicholas Motlong for Polokwane City, still not comfortable. He's been stretching his right leg after that awkward fall a bit earlier. Tibedi looks for the pace of a Bunting. Does indeed aim a pass towards his direction, but the pass is never going to be kept in, despite Bunting's explosive acceleration. Lawrence Vilagazi looking to pull the strings deep his own half. Chiefs will be happy with this. Polokwane City can't hurt them from their own half. And every time they do a foray forward and look to at least apply a bit of pressure, it's like that final pass into Fita, just slightly erring on the side of disappointing. Oh, a bit of a footwork required from goalkeeper Polcb. His fullbacks really do push high up. Here's one of them, Relekota, is on one wing, and this side to us where the ball is now angled towards the Sipon Tiantia. Almost play as wingers consistently throughout a 90 minutes game. And as Sishuko puts his best foot forward. Now Bunting sends up his man. Can he showcase his pace? Bunting looks to just pause it a bit and look to settle himself. Does rifle in across on the edge of the box, and that man Chiec was lurking. Oh, that was clever. A play from Yusuf Bunting, stalled his run, stalled as if he was going to cross it a few seconds before that, before driving to the edge of the box and delivering fizzing ball across the box. Though a few seconds away from applying a finishing touch. Chiefs showing ambition. Chiefs looking as if they're not going to settle for just 2 goals. Jersey number 10, John Trainee. Kaswani about to make yet another sub. Mashiani. Neputinyiko Mashiani about to come on for Katleho Ntabeleng. That's done and dusted for the man Etwa from Davidson. In fact, Chiec celebrates his 20th birthday in 13 days' time. Chiec off, Mashiani on. Minutes or so remaining off at this particular clash. It's a Chiec Stadium. The last of the televised kickoffs. That's MDC Diski Festival debut here in Chiec, Zone 1. If you're looking for us on your GPS. Now return from Mshini Ochenchayo. Gives it over to Relekota. I think we should have known that any fullback that wears a number 9 jersey doesn't really care much about defending. He's got his mind and his ambition on one thing, and that's one thing only, going forward. Now they do go forward as Bunting stretches. Sky comes out. What does the referee say? He says it's a free kick to Polokwane City. And from Rusty Dustin, Polcb had to be strong and quick, and he was.
Yeah, that was brave from Skye there, especially with Bante overstretching his leg. So some keepers would have pulled out of that one, and that would have been a goal.
Yusuf Bunting came on and replaced Itumeleng Shopani. Got himself a goal in the 13th minute from a title angle. He also created Chiefs' second for Asanda Tiani. Both players now. It's been something interesting that both teams have decided to hold off their attacking options in front two of Nkululeko Hlongo and Tikang Nobo started the game for Polokwane City. They're now on the bench. Itumeleng Shopani, Asanda Kiani, Katlekon Tsabele also on the bench for Chiefs. So another day for the strikers to see out 90 minutes today.
Yep.
Ball comes in, decent looking ball. Spesisos Kosana did get his head to it, but Thabo Mokoena was strong as well, matched him stride for stride. He had 15 minutes remaining on this encounter. Now they look to come back for seconds to Polokwane City. The ball bobbles fortuitously in the box for them. Sipontiantia hoofs it anyway, would do. Now, oh, lovely touch. From the man, Happy Mashiani, brought it down under his spell impeccably. This confirmation of the score. Shopani and Tiani, the danger man, who provided the danger and provided a capital D for definitive finishing for Amakosi. No pass, no, nothing definitive about it at all. Not from Tibedi. Chiefs are slightly better as well in terms of completing the number of passes. That's something I think Polokwane City have let themselves down with, particularly in this match, especially in the final third. Just that final pass to get the likes of Umobo, Matapa in as well. Ferrari, the man, the Piani, has been more neutral for much of this game. Hasn't really been able to unleash his pace and his trickery on the Chiefs' defense. Slightly even between the two teams in terms of goal-mouth action. 25% to Rise and Shine's 24. Not much in it. Now, Piani, Ferrari, they need him to go through the gears and change the tempo of the game. But it all starts in the middle of the park. The likes of Chingi and Vilagazi need to get him the ball much more further up the pitch than he has been getting it. Chiefs now moving up the pitch quickly, looking to launch a counter of their own through this adventurous right back, Rialikota. Oh, Skay there with a mistake. Skay saving himself. Oh.
Bad mistake there by the keeper. All he needed to do is to clear the ball because he was under pressure.
Really seen something
trying to be clever here.
Yeah.
That's what we saw yesterday, actually. Mistakes, they get punished at this level already.
Differences. On his own sake, Kolisi Skate got a hand to.
Lekotsok had another option there. Bante was standing alone.
He was never going to pass him. He had only one thing in mind.
No chance.
Ball comes in and a good-looking leap from Tristan Moses. But nothing but air, though. Nathaswani urging his players to close quickly. I don't know if you caught him at the bottom of the screen. He's signaling, go forward, press them high up. Skaba Hemif, Skama for chance.
Yeah, no, definitely Other wants his team now to press. That has been his game plan actually today. That when they lose the ball, they keep Polokwane right there. First man must go and press high.
Diantia looks for Mashiani, gets to the byline, does deliver a cross, and Nicholas Mako indicating that the ball took a bubble just as he tried to clear it. I still think he's not right 100% in terms of after that awkward fall, doesn't move too freely. Now Mashiani again, clever turn from Mashiani. Can he find a teammate? He finds Tibedi, drops the shoulder. Tibedi unleashes a strike, only to find Skosana's left foot. Chiefs looking to turn on the style and finish off this game in style. Nobo only managed to lose the ball there. Two options ahead for the man on the ball. One of them, Chingi, was not found. Caught his phone, no connection.
Again, we've seen this a lot from Polokwane City, losing the ball in good positions, attacking and then losing the ball just like that.
Oh, shot coming in out of nothing, out of nowhere. There was Lisiba Unku said, I'm tired of this. Let me have a shy. Let me test the Braylon Peterson. He's had a quiet second half, hasn't had much to do, but the little he's had to do when called upon, he's done it well. 11 minutes or so remaining. Quickly on Twitter, @D_Faku17 says the understanding between Tibedi and Ngobo, absolutely stunning.
See, Temba is watching the game that we are watching. And
exactly, my friend.
Those boys are controlling the midfield right there.
Pulling the strings off. Bunting had to be able to take that ball and stretch his legs. It would have been interesting to see if they would be able to catch him. Polokwane City pushing high up, leaving so much space just behind the defense. In the last few moments, perhaps a sign that they're getting more desperate and looking to pin Chiefs back and apply more consistent pressure high up and not a slow build-up from the back, giving the attackers a better chance high up the pitch. Can they hurt Chiefs from this corner? It's Lisiba Unku who clips it back post, finds a skipper Mutong who headed it back. We need to find a well position again, Tristan Moses. Now, this is substitute McCoy Sitole. Kosibipile Ngobo who finds that man Mashiane, who cuts in Mashiane, continues his run. Lovely block. Tiniest block from Nicholas Mutong when they look for all money. And Mashiane was going to bury it. The back again in Tiantia. Sipon Tiantia slows it down and gives it to Chagalaka, aka Kevin Tiberi. Nice little spicy back here from Chagalaka. Give it back to the former Supersport Academy player. Tiantia, Chief circulating the ball up until that moment. Tiberi finds his midfield partner. Almost a telepathic understanding between those two. I wouldn't say they're similar players, but they have a similar skill set. Really extremely gifted footballers. Perhaps Tiberi, more versatile of the two, can play in defense, in midfield. I think can also play in the wide areas, given he's so good at the ball at his feet. Lovely footwork from Tabo Mokoena to evade his man. 8 minutes remaining or so for Rise and Shine to hit the snooze button and get going. Speaking of going, is Yusuf Bunting again delivers a ball. Dangerous, inviting looking ball across the small box, but no one gambled. No one looked to put money in the bank and profit from Yusuf Bunting's hard running on that far side. I'm sure Bunting would be thinking to himself, would I be the one in and around the box? I would have gobbled that up. I would have been thinking about
he's probably
on the front foot. Yeah,
he's probably thinking he should have been selfish as well. He's probably thinking I should have just taken it and take a strike on goal, because his angle was getting worse as he was taking another touch.
I think what's worked a treat for Kaizer Chiefs is the pace that they've been able to unleash on Polokwane City. That trio of Kiani, Chopin and Ntsabeleng, absolutely devastating in large parts of this game. And when you have more pace to burn on the bench, you bring on the likes of Yusuf Bunting, really is a cap in the feather for tracking prowess. Easy pickings for Braylon Peterson. Releases it quickly, does have a lovely distribution, great technique does Braylon Peterson. Clearly he's always hounding it to Melankuna for more tips.
Yep.
Do have a birth of talent in between the sticks. Do Chiefs have a Prusa, a Pavuma, brilliant Kuzwayo, also got a few minutes in MDC not so long ago. Braylon Peterson, all quality keepers, all different in their way. Braylon Peterson, speaking of him, dropped it. And the on-rushing Ramatapa almost tapped it in. From up close and personal, getting personal and up close with Keeper, brilliant Peterson. Nearly nipped in front of him and directed the ball, goal bound. Ramatapa. Given to Bedi, gives it to Sipontiantia. Bunting lays it back as a man happy, Mashiani unhappy with his pass.
You can tell the idea. He's thinking. Tinyigo is thinking his right back there would be in that position. He didn't even look because of the way they play. They play so high at the forwards.
Let's also give credit to some of our camera crew who've battled on in tough testing conditions against Seshego on the heat of the Seshego. They've kept their cool. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. It's not done yet. 5 minutes though remaining of the late kickoff. A clash between two players just outside the 18-yard box. And I love how players always want to show the referee exactly where it is. There he is. Hello from the other side. Molo mhlobo wam. Oh, Nchebe.
Tino Nchebe.
I don't know if that's a dance move or what, but anyway. Top work from the guys here in the stadium, bringing all these live visuals. Up Hotel is also there. The doctor. Zama. Shake. Okay, we can't see the face there, but anyway.
It's hot, yes. It's hot, it's a Chiec, and these guys are doing a great job.
Isiba Nkuno, it's not. Instead he left it for the new man, John Chweni. Chance goes up begging. They need to take any chance that they create going forward now. You would think Polokwane City really got a man. The stamina of this young man, impressive. How often has he bombarded forward? He stayed in the box after that run. Yusuf Bunting though will be disappointed with that cross given what's come before that he's delivered.
Probably Tinyigo there and co are thinking, this is why, coach, we didn't get into the box. We're not sure if he's gonna cross properly. Just his first bad cross, but he's been doing great since he came in.
It must be infuriating as an attacker when you're not quite sure when the ball is coming into the box.
Yeah, you need patience. That's key.
Talking about patience, that's what Polokwane City will be, I'm sure, not at the top of their minds. They need to get going, they need to rush things, they need to rush this Chiefs defense into making mistakes. And then capitalizing when the moment arises. Can they do so from this corner? 2 minutes and counting now remaining.
And for Chiefs now, it's all about game management. They've got now the time on their side with 2 minutes left of the game. They just need to control now the game.
You see one of the Chiefs
future.
Silky touches from Polokwane City PNB. Mshini oichenchayo. Chiefs will be happy with this, eking a few more seconds out of this game, taking the sting or any wind out of the sails of Polokwane City. And just to eke out a few more seconds, they're about to make a sub. Chabulo Plume back on the field. Sipontiantia moves it over to Happy Mashiane, who's added something since coming on. Bit of freshness to Chiefs' attack. I'm sure that's what Coach Athazwane would have been hoping that a youngster would add. Marebane and find Mashilo Langa on this near side. They really have let themselves down in that end product that football people often speak about. Yusuf Bunting on the bike.
There's the speed. There's the speed. There's the speed.
All about the pace, but the pace, more trouble. If you're a defender, anyway, if you Busisos Kosana. Chagalaka gives it to Bunting. Ignores the run of Ngobo and goes out wide to Real Lekota. Apologize for the breaking picture earlier. Now looking to break ankles. There's the fullback of Chiefs, man oh man. That boy has really got a penchant for attacking. Loves to show off his attacking skills. Now looking to be on the front foot for Polokwane City. Payman Peterson not for the first time. Really getting himself in a bit of trouble. That was close. Mashiane. Bunting was well stationed in the center of the box. That's a thumbs up from Mashiane.
I think Peterson, they saw that their skills being shown by the infield players and thought he can do one or two as well. Almost got caught there.
There we go. The Chiefs turning on the star, looking to end off this game. And fine Feto, really. Oh, turn. As if he was not even there. Anything you can do, we can also do. Polokwane City players say. Also, John Chwene, he is again on the ball. In fact, I said to Chorosom Piani, can the former Makezi FC man find a comeback? Unlikely comeback.
That's one thing that they can't do. They can't match Chiefs now in terms of the goals because with 2-0, I don't think Polokwane City can come back from this one now.
And with that, referee Karabo Mokau says, I'll do my Shate.